The age-old question, does the power probe replace the test light? My take on it. I think the power probe has its time and place. I bought this one 5 years ago, maybe. I have only used it once. It worked out nice when I did use it once, but yeah, it was kind of, to me, money wasted. Not saying that it's bad for other folks, but not for me and most of what I do. But it is nice to toggle your components, you know, apply power, apply ground. You know, you hook it up to your 12-volt power supply and, you know, push button windows, mirror motors, seat motors, I guess, all that kind of stuff. Other stuff too, but I don't deal with many push button windows and that sort of stuff. So now, what is the best test light? In my opinion, so far that I have found, is this one right here. Lyle 28400 part number. And they call it a heavy duty circuit tester. And this you can buy at your local auto parts supplier, CarQuest, and places like that. This was around $15. So it's a pretty good price. Now I do have this Snap-on one. Now, what's the part number on this? This says, I don't know if I can get this thing to focus. It's been quite a while since I've ran the camera, to be honest with you. EECT 3HL. The Snap-on part number is. Now, I remember I bought this one off the truck for, on sale, it was $40. And it's good. It works. But I like this $15 Lyle one better. Why is that? Well, I'll show you here. So we'll get this bad boy open here. Now I already have one of these at work, so I picked up a second one for the house in case I need to do any electrical troubleshooting. So it has a, you know, a standard ground clamp or power clamp or however you hook it up, and it's pretty much a basic test light. Well, what do test lights mainly get used for? Well, I use a test light for, yes, testing power and ground, but I also use a test light to substitute a load. Well, when you substitute a load, you use the bulb in this test light as the load. You know, you have a connector unplugged And when the connector is unplugged, or even if it's plugged in, but the component is not working properly, that's what you do. So you use the test light bulb to substitute the load. Well, I'm not a big fan of LED test lights, and I think an LED test light has their time and place, but, well, not in my situation, because I don't test circuit boards. So, I think when it comes to circuit boards, man, I'm really goofing this thing up if I can operate this darn camera. Alright, let's see if I can put this down here and I can see what I'm doing. Okay. So, here it is. I have my test light. So, the bulb that comes in it, I can't remember, I don't remember what it's rated at. But it's an incandescent bulb. Now this one, Snap-on says right on there, 50 milliamps on this one. Wow, 50 milliamps is not much. Well, I'll bring it over here and we'll do a little test. I got a battery here. We'll do a little test. Let's see if I can get it set up here. Okay. So here we got the battery. And we'll test these two test lights and see what they put out. Hang in there with me, a little commercial break while I get this set up. I tell you though, it's a good day to be in the shop. We got snow, we got wind. Man, you can't even shovel the darn snow fast enough before it blows right back on again. Alright. So, I get my meter here. And a jumper wire. Okay, which one are we testing first? We'll test the Snap-on one first. So, hook this up. We'll turn our, well, we got to get our leads in the proper spots. That would help. I don't test amperage with this meter much, so this is my old Fluke 73 meter. It really works fantastic, but it's basic. It's you know, old school, but still runs like a champ. So, here we got our battery. I got that clamped on the ground terminal. Comes down. There's the test light. Jumper wire. Jumper wire goes to the lead of the meter. And then here I got my other lead. So, if I touch it to battery positive, my test light lights up. Now if you look here, it's running through the meter, 0.04 amps. Okay, this says 50 milliamp. Okay, what, 40 milliamp? 0.04. It's not much. Okay, not much at all. Okay, so that's that one. Now, let's try out this Lyle one that came from the auto parts supplier for half the cost. Well, what would that be? Even better than half the cost, actually. So we'll hook it up the same way, exact same way, like we did our last one. So, let's get the camera here. Okay. Get this out of the way. Positive, battery positive. Okay. There's our test light. Look at that, nice and bright, way brighter than the other one. 0.33 amps, 330 milliamps. Well, that's more than a quarter amp. That's a lot more. I think so. Okay, so we got that. But I'm going to modify this test light. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So I'll set you back up here. Okay. So, 330 milliamp in the Lyle test light. Okay, what's pretty cool about this is it comes apart nice and easy. Now there's a little spring in there, you don't want to lose the spring. Here's your light bulb. It's a torpedo style dome light bulb type of thing. So I'll set that off to the side. Now, what I did was, in my box of goodies here, I have a dome light bulb from, kind of similar, a little bit different, but this is from a, what did this come out of? International Durastar. Yeah, it was out of an International Durastar box truck, big medium duty box truck. So you car guys, it's been ages since I pulled a dome light out of a car. I don't know if they use this style bulb, but for sure you can get them at the auto parts supplier, these bulbs. But I'll just put that in like this. Now, let's see here. Get my spring, make sure it makes contact with the bulb. I take this, oop, I lost it. Gotta make sure it's lined up nice. Screw it back into place. And now let's see if it works now. We'll go back to my test battery here. Okay, we'll connect this to battery ground. Well, here, right up here. Let me get my camera. Ooh, look at that. That sucker is nice and bright. Nice and bright. Okay. Since we got it all set up in the test light, the new bulb, let's measure it. How much does this bulb put out? Turn our meter on. Okay, there it is. is nice and bright. Hooked up to our battery. Ooh, look at that. 0.77 amps. 3/4 of an amp. Almost a full amp that thing is putting out. Now, why do